The most engaging, impactful, informative, and entertaining talk show ever. Get ready to hear the voices of many local, state, and national artists, musicians, comedians, pastors, athletes, and politicians. It's time for South Florida Live with Jeffrey Brown. All right. Hey, good evening, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to the South Florida Live Podcast. I'm your host, Jeffrey Brown, and as we always say, this is the day that the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. Listen, I hope everyone have experienced peace and blessings that's coming in on tonight. You had a wonderful time in spite of what's going on. We know the storm is out there, but you have weathered the storm so far. And if you went to work and you made it home, once again, I always say you're a survivor. Just tell yourself, I'm a survivor. I made it back home safely. So, hey, let's go. Those that are viewing us by Facebook, you know what to do. Please hit that like and share button. Please hit the like and share button, if you will. And comment. Let me know you're there. Give me a comment. Say good evening to me. Those that are YouTube, go ahead and like and share, please. Thinking you didn't let me drown. I've been alone a lot lately. Been alone a lot lately. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I've been alone a lot lately. I've been alone. Been a lot of folks that's come and gone. I'm full of memories of who's done me wrong. Then you start to feel like you're on your own. All right, come on, YouTube. Let's go. Facebook, let's go. Hey, good evening to everyone that's coming on. I really need you to hit that share button tonight. I need at least 10 shares on tonight. 10. I need 10 shares tonight. Would you help me with that tonight? Could you do that for me? I need at least 10 shares. Please help me out tonight. 10 shares on Facebook, 10 shares on YouTube on this evening. I've been alone a lot lately. 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 All right, let's do this. Come on, YouTube, Facebook. Come on, guys. Let's join me on tonight. And if you like, you can also catch me on my page. That's Jeffrey, JFFERYK, Brown, BROWN. If you want to catch mine on my page. All right. Those that are viewing, good evening, everyone. We're going to get this started. We got a lot to talk about tonight. You have joined the singles edition on tonight. And we got some things we want to ask. We got some questions we want to ask on tonight. So come on, join us tonight. Join us on tonight. Would you do that, please? I've been alone a lot. All right. It's that time. Listen, we are building strong relationship with good relational goals. It's the single edition, And y'all, we've been having a great time. We've been having a ball for the last, I mean, for months now, with this session, with building strong relationships with good relational goals. We've been having a blast. We've been having a good time. Hey, listen, last night on, oh my God, if you missed last night, please go to my page, or on the Facebook page, the South Florida Live say Facebook page, or the YouTube page, and you need to pull up last night's episode. We talked to some breast cancer survivors on last night, and it was powerful to hear the journey, to hear the testimony that they went to. And we also, y'all, check this out. We had a male last night. We had a male on. His name was Kelly Williams. They called him, he calls himself, he's an artist, and his name is the Prodigal Son. And he was on last night, and he shared his journey and his testimony of his journey of dealing with breast cancer, how he fought it, how he beat it, and how he's cancer free now. He's cancer free. He had it once and it went away, and then it came back, and he just trusts and believed God. And the amazing thing about last night, everyone that talked, they talked about their faith. They talked about how they just stayed strong to their faith, and they believed and they trust God was going to get them through and process and get them through the journey and help them and remove this cancer and get rid of it. And they was going to kick it. And that's what happened. And they are living testimony, and they shared their testimony with us last night. And it was powerful. It was powerful. Listen, but the next three Tuesdays, y'all, we're dealing with, because this month is not only just breast cancer awareness month, but it's also domestic violence month. So we're gonna deal with domestic violence, y'all. The next 3 Tuesdays, you don't want to miss it. I got my co-host with me on that, on the next 2 Wednesdays, on the next 2 Tuesdays. I'm sorry, next Tuesday, the next 3 Tuesdays of this month, we will be, talking to survivors of domestic violence. And listen, y'all do not want to miss neither night, the 15th, the 22nd, and most definitely not the 29th. Okay. You don't want to miss any of those nights, because there are some testimonies that's going to be shared. There are some things that's going to be talked about on the 15th, the 22nd, but y'all, on the 29th, I don't know if I should say it. I should share. Yeah, I'm gonna share it. The 29th, we have someone that's going to be coming on. They didn't um they didn't experience domestic violence. They were the aggressor. Yes, they were the one who was the violent one. And they are coming on to talk because they're just coming to share their testimony, how God turned things around. And believe it or not, the one there, he's there. I'm gonna wait. Y'all need to come on the 29th to hear more about him. But next Tuesday, it's going to be powerful. The Tuesday after that, the 22nd, is going to be powerful. And the 29th, y'all do not want to miss those 3 nights on Tuesday. Okay. There we are. Domestic violence awareness. And we are dealing with that the next 3 Tuesdays. Next 3 Tuesdays, we'll be dealing with that. The 15th, the 22nd, and the 29th. Please be a part of that. Please be a part of that. Share that with someone. I'll be posting that on tomorrow. Okay. Hey, listen, my brother and my sister, they are ready. We are ready. We're going to come on. We are ready to have this conversation on tonight. There
Good
she is,
evening.
my sister. Hey, good evening to you.
Good evening. How are you?
Doing well. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I won't complain. It was a day today,
Amen.
but I got through it. To God be the glory. Got.
That's all that matters. Amen. God be the
Hope you had a
glory.
productive one.
Yes, I did. Had a great day today. Thank God.
Okay. Cool. 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 Hey, our brother's with us tonight because y'all left us by ourselves. They left us by ourselves on last week, Rob.
Man,
Left us by ourselves last week,
yeah, they
but the
had
brothers held it down, didn't we? We held that
Y'all
thing
held
down.
it down.
we had a wonderful time. Hey, everybody, how's everybody doing today?
All is well, man. All is well. How about you? How was
Yes,
your day
well.
today, brother?
Hey, I don't know what's going on, but we got where I'm at barely any rain and a little wind. So I've been
Okay.
hearing some
That's
bad things
good.
from other areas, but God has covered my area, thank God. And I'm praying for those who are affected by this storm.
Yeah.
I've heard some
Yeah.
120-degree winds, and people couldn't even talk on the phone because all you could hear was.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
So
yeah,
if your area is not affected, then you're blessed because
yeah.
it is definitely hitting a lot of areas, and I
Mm-hmm.
prayers
I,
and wishes go
I,
out for people.
yeah, I think I saw a post, someone post earlier saying that their power was out in Miami Gardens already.
That's
Oh,
Um,
wow.
that's because they ain't pay their electric bill.
no, not these people, not these. No, 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 no.
You
They
know me, man. I had to say something stupid.
paid. Yeah, and then someone else posted saying that they power out. They lights was twinkling, whatever, man. Listen.
No, but God
Uh,
bless them. I hope
and we're in Miami. We're not even close. You know what I'm saying? We're
Right.
not here.
yeah,
We're
So,
in the outer
whatever's in their
bands of
prayers,
it.
I hope
but
that
but but you know what? I've known some people. I known some people that it can be a regular, just regular rain with wind,
yeah.
and they lose
In their
power.
power.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
power
lose
lines
power.
Mm-hmm.
bending.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, something with so so we are praying for our families and
Yeah.
friends in Tampa,
Yeah,
Sarasota, in the central area, period. We did a
definitely.
special prayer for them on Monday and last night. We'll probably close out the night too. So we are really praying for them, covering them. And there's a brother, a good brother friend of mine that I'm praying for, and I need people to just lift up my friend. I got a text earlier that he suffered a heart attack on
Wow.
last night, and so he's in the hospital now, but he's doing well. They're expecting him to recover and come out well. He has to do a surgery, but we're gonna pray for him. We're gonna pray for him.
Yeah.
We're gonna pray for him. We're gonna pray for him. All right. So
Yeah.
hey y'all ready?
Yeah.
Hey, Miss Green, good evening. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. You're up in that central area now, up in Central Florida, Miss Green. Hope you are weathering the storm good and everything is good. Just give us a thumb up if you're good. Let us know that you're okay. Yeah, listen, I send y'all something because I think me and Rob we were talking about this the other week.
Hmm.
Because we said now when I think we started the other week or week before we were asking about when is a good time to bring in your religious, talk about you being religion is your religion, you being church and what all that. When is that a good time? So it hit me and someone sent me text saying that they enjoyed that part and it was interesting. I don't think we got all the way into it, but we gonna kind of get dabble into it tonight. How about that?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
Okay.
so
can't wait to hear her response. I can't wait to hear her response.
yeah. So my question. Okay, she good. Okay, great, great, great. Okay, my question is, here we go. When dating as a Christian, should you start off? It's gonna be a 2 for question. Should you start off asking questions about faith, church, and marriage to learn more about someone on the first date, or should you start off asking more specific questions like their dating history, their finance, personal goals, questions? You know those type of that stuff. I think it was Clifford Dollar. He did a thing one time some years back saying that he was like you should take 99 questions with you when you on your first date. I I I'm like 99. But
He's trying to
but
sell
there
the
should
book.
be some questions. There should be some questions. Um, So should we I'm gonna start with Rob. Should we, Rob, or is there a way to maneuver that to get to that? How should you start off um that evening, that night, that first date, with questions? Should it start off with faith, church, and marriage, or should it start off with specific questions? You know, like more little personal stuff, finance, or who you dated. You know, how was your dating like your date life prior to, and stuff like that. Oh, you know.
You know, it's different. That question is different from guys and girls, women, guys and
Okay.
women, because the approach that we take in the relationship and the first date, I believe that a guy should take more of the listening approach because
Mm,
ladies first, and you really want to let her express who she is, so you can listen to the kind of person that you are potentially getting involved with. And what happens is it's made even easier once you let her go first because your answers will kind of flow with her, especially according to how she answered it. Now, my experience is with the way people act, with the way they express themselves, the way they carry themselves. A lot of times, you don't even have to ask somebody about their faith and and a date. If that's who they are, it's gonna come out. And if that's who you are, it's going to come out. Something the way you talk, something the way the conversation goes, the way the conversation flows, it's going to come out. So I think when we put a label on it and say, okay, when I go on that date, I'm going to make sure I tell her I'm a Christian, or I'm going to make sure I tell him I'm a good girl. No, I think that the flow of the conversation, if it's done naturally, you don't have to ask that question. I think the very aura of the date, the very the flow, the way the date is compounded. I think those things will naturally come out. I've never went on a date before, and I had to tell a woman, "Hey, you know what? I'm a Christian." After a while, a woman knows. She can tell. No, this dude right here, he got some kind of faith in him and whatever. And when they like it and they can sense it, then they'll ask you about it. But most of the time, and it's also got a lot to do with how you meet somebody. The way you met her, the way you talked to her, the way you got involved with her. I ain't expecting a girl to be a woman that got if I met her in a strip club or if I met her in a club, but it's just the way the date even came about, how you even came about getting a date with her. Had to be something that had to do something to do with how she is.
right. Shan, how about you, Shan? How what do you think? You think you should lead off with talking church first, or just talk more some other questions like I pulled this thing up like talking about your current job
Mhm.
and what's your strengths and your weaknesses and all that. Should you start that there, or start with the faith in church and marriage?
Um, I think I don't think it should be a specific order to it. I think even before you go on a date, you and the person already had a conversation. I think once you all meet each other face to face on the date, you could get more in depth about those different conversations. But as you're naturally engaging with the person, I think that those topics will naturally just happen and just flow. And like Rob, excuse me, like Rob say, like you pretty much, with discernment, you would know whether or not if a person is Christian or if they're faith-based. But if you're not clear about it, then I think that's when you should definitely ask more in-depth questions, or even as you get to know the person, like if you ask them what are their hobbies, I go to church, I serve in ministry, that kind of gives them hindsight, like, oh, okay, well, she must be a believer, she must be a Christian, or, vice versa. So I think eventually it doesn't have to be a specific order as far as how the conversation flows. I think eventually you'll touch each topic.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, Rob, I want to ask this, and Chantel, you can answer, and those that are viewing, if you want to jump in this too. Um, on that first date, on that first date, who should be more in, not in charge, but more in, yeah, and I'm gonna say in charge and setting the tone, setting the out. Should it be the man or should it be the woman? Should it be the man starting out with the questions or should it be the woman start out with the question?
I think it should be both.
It should be both.
It should be both because we're on a date, we're dating, we're both collecting data. So each person should, already have in their mind what they want to know about the person to see if this is someone that they want to be with long term.
Well, who should lead off?
I think that's called flow. I think that's called
No.
chemistry,
Hmm.
strict chemistry. I think that
Mhm.
certain things, when two people are dating each other, first of all, because you went out on a date, that don't mean you're dating. And people don't understand
Mhm.
that. A lot of people don't get a second and third and fourth date. You date
True.
someone to get to the point when you can say we're dating. So your first date is to get to that second date. Okay. So I think that the flow of the conversation between the individuals will determine if they have chemistry, if they're feeling each other, if they're the kind of individuals that want to be even seen again or around each other again for a second date. But I will say this:
Mhm.
women respect the gentleman, because if he don't want to listen to you on the first date, he ain't going to be the kind of guy that want to ever want to listen to you. So I think that is the time where you let the female shine. You got enough. The fact that you was able to take her out on a date, she's somewhat impressed by you already. So don't overdo it. But I think this is the time for you to be a gentleman, step back a little bit, and let her find out about her. Let her tell you about her. Because most ladies, real women that you want to date, when you ask them that, they will give you a chance to respond, because then they will ask you stuff. But I think you have to be a gentleman and you have to lead, because one thing you do not want a woman to think when you first go out with her is, oh, he's all about him, and no, you don't want that. So that's where it's time to be a gentleman.
Yeah. So now I'm gonna ask this. So um before, and say Rob, you meet this young lady and y'all have a conversation and first time meeting, first time whatever, and now y'all exchange numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Chantel, y'all exchange numbers. Who should call first?
Ooh, ooh, ooh,
That's a good question.
ooh.
Mm.
Mm. Uh, wow. I'm never speechless. Uh,
You
I talk in my sleep. I talk in my sleep. I'll never shut up. But that is very, that's a very, very good question. Now, here is the answer. Sometimes it's best not to exchange numbers. Sometimes it's best. Men, this is a trick for men. Sorry about this, guys. I'm giving it away. But this is the trick for men. Don't even really get her number on the first date. Just give her
Mm,
yours, because you getting her number, sometimes she giving you back her number out of courtesy. No, no, no. I want to know that you at least want to get to know me better, and you at least like the initial person you meet. So I give you my number, and I let you know, and there's no pressure or nothing. But if you ever just want to talk, or you might want to go out, whatever, I'm giving you that opportunity. So here's my number. I don't even want your number the first day, because now the pressure's back on me. Hint, hint, tip for the guys. No, it's better to just give your number to the female. This way, if she call you back, she feeling you, bro. But if she don't call you back, you never really lost nothing anyway, because you didn't have her number from the door. I'm sorry, but I'm just straight up like that.
okay, all right. I'm gonna give mine, but Shan.
Yeah, I think the man should call. I think, just, yeah, I think the man should call.
Mm.
If
That's
he's interested and he still wants to pursue and wants to get to know me, I think he should be the one to call first.
mm.
Now,
First of all, most girls shouldn't even give most guys their number. Like sometimes, just for the sake of, just for the sake of stalker aggressiveness and stuff like that. I'm just keeping it real. So, nah, go ahead, Jeff, go ahead. What?
well, um,
Y'all
uh,
know me, man. I'm sorry.
no, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. You got to be careful with that. But my thing is when you know better, you do better.
Mm-hmm.
That's that. I'm talking about me, y'all. I'm talking about me. Now, those that are just coming on, the question was if you just like meet someone, a guy meets a young lady meets this guy the first time you're in some place, a party or somewhere, out wherever, and you guys kind of like change, feeling, and y'all exchange numbers. The question was, who should call first? Should the man call first or the woman call first? That was the question. If those that are just coming on. So, some people tuning in. You're right. Listen, so I know me way back in the day, in my like 20s, 20, 25. I know, because me at that point, not being arrogant or whatever like that, I just was that shy dude, and I just was not gonna do it because I didn't like rejections. I didn't care for rejections at that time. But now, as I got older, now I'm kind of at the older stage, and I'm learning more, and I'm learning this thing and how it goes and how it should go and the right way it should be. And that's something that as a men, we have to come to grips with, because growing up, we didn't get taught the right way to do it. We posted to watch and whatever, because I know where my dad, he didn't have that conversation. I learned a lot from one of my aunts, to be honest, y'all. I'm just telling you. um so but as you get older, and then as you read scripture, and then as you apply the scripture to your life, it says, it do say, when a man findeth a wife, he finds a good thing.
Absolutely.
So I feel like, yes, the man should be the one who called first. And I'm gonna say this, sisters, if you exchange numbers, don't you dare, don't call that joker first.
You know what? That's why I said
This just me. This is just me. I just feel
you told all the sisters to not do that. Keep it to just you. You said it just you, then you're gonna tell all the sisters to do it. No, keep it to just you, bro.
but it's just me. But it's just me. But I'm just
You notice? Hold on,
want to
Jeff.
help my sisters out.
You
I want
notice?
my sisters. I want my sisters. I want my sisters. I want my sisters to go through the process right. Like I said, when you know better, you do better.
Yeah,
So
but you notice I
I'm
said.
learning. I'm learning. I'm learning to try and do better.
Did you notice
Try
I
and do
did
better.
say?
So my thing is, being that he's supposed to be the head of the household, he's supposed to find a good
He'll get
thing.
a chance to be all that.
No, Rob, no. As a gentleman, now we're talking gentleman now.
But you notice I didn't say if she had your number and I had her number. See, if I had her number and we both exchanged numbers, I would call first. What I say as a gentleman, I don't even offer my number at first. I mean, I don't even ask her for her number. I give her my number, my card, and I say, hey, if you're interested or whatever, give me a call. I don't ask her for her number. Now, if she gives it to me anyway, then I would call first. But what I'm saying is, I don't even ask for it.
Rob don't want that pressure.
No. I want
Right,
to know that you want me.
but I'm saying I have given my number
Mhm.
and was praying and hoping and wishing. I was like Eddie Murphy in that movie. It was in the movie Boomerang, and he was just standing by the phone. He would just just pick the phone, hello, and nobody was calling.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they never call. And guess what? I was in my feelings. remember now, I'm talking about me, somebody
Mhm,
who was shy and was
mhm,
worried about
mhm,
rejection.
mhm, mhm.
Now I just experienced rejection.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I was the
So now
opposite of
that
that.
see, that pushed me farther back in that hole. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm, mhm,
So then I'd say, okay, so let me get their number. And like I say, I'm gonna stick to it that
mhm,
I believe if you exchange numbers or if you ask for her number, she should give you her number. And I heard you, Rob, about the stalker thing and
mhm.
that, but we got blocked now. So we can
Yeah,
we can
thank
block
God.
folks now. So uh
Sure enough.
I do feel that the man should be the one who calls first.
Now,
And
I
that's just my opinion. That's my opinion. That's your opinion. And
cool,
I'm just telling my sisters,
cool.
be a lady.
Don't do that, Jeff. Now you swear you're doing it again. Do you? And don't tell the sisters what to do. Yeah, yeah.
I
We
said
all know. We
it's
all
my opinion.
know. Come on,
It's
that's
my opinion, Rob. This is me. This is me. I'm just saying. Me as a brother looking out for my sisters.
that doesn't
Thank
cut it
you.
now.
I ain't being Steve
Thank
Harvey
you.
now. I ain't being Steve Harvey.
You say
But
thank you, Chantel. Oh no, you did. Come on. Come on. Y'all jumping on me today. That ain't
I
right.
ain't being Steve Harvey. But yeah, I do believe
I respect
my
that.
heart as like I say, when you know better, you do better.
I respect that. I just
I
don't think
believe
that's fair.
now. But once you guys are, it's kind of like I'm not, now I don't think once you are together and you've been together for a while, it shouldn't be just one person on one
Oh, of
end.
course
No, no,
not.
that's no,
No.
no, no, no,
But
no,
from
no.
the beginning, I'm talking about the
Yeah,
start, the
yeah.
beginning. We
Once you
passed,
start,
we just met. Hey, what's your name? Hey, how you doing? Hey, what? It's nice to meet you. Da, 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 da. Had a conversation. We leave. Hey, can I get your number? I get her number, and she gets my number.
mhm,
But I believe this is just me that yeah, you should the male should call first.
okay. Like I said, I agree with you.
I knew,
If
brother.
y'all exchange, no,
Sheila, you knew I was gonna say
no,
boomerang. Yeah,
if
yeah.
y'all exchange numbers, I
Yeah,
agree.
we exchanged numbers. I still feel
But
that the gentleman should
I
call
agree.
first.
I agree. If y'all exchange numbers, what I'm simply saying is, initially, I don't even ask you for your number. I give you mine, and I'll see if you're interested. I
But
keep that.
see, that's the thing. Now, Rob, I'm glad my sister said it because I was getting ready to say it. Now she's pursuing you.
No, no. If I gave her my number, I made the initiation. So now you not pursuing me. I
Yeah.
made the initiation by telling you I would love for you to call me. All
And
you doing, hold up. All you doing by calling me now for the first time, all you doing is breaking the ice going, okay, I thought about it. I want to, because sometimes you put pressure on people when you first meet them and they say, you give them your number. They feel like, I almost had to give them my number. No, no, no. I
yeah,
take all the pressure off of you. And I said, here's my number. If you are interested, give me a
but
call.
that
If
part
you're
right
not,
there,
if you're
that
not,
part right
I'm
there,
good. I'm
that
good.
part right there, Rob, that part right there,
Mm-hmm.
that part right there, when you said, if you are
Okay.
interested in me, if you are interested in me, you'll call me if
But
you're interested.
here's the
Now,
deal.
now,
Let
don't
me,
that
let
seem
me
like
be clear.
she's pursuing you?
No, no.
No?
No. If I give you my number, I'm already telling you I'm interested in you. I'm already telling you. You don't give people your number you're not interested in. But sometimes women feel pressure to give you their number back sometimes. I don't do that. I take the pressure off of you. You ain't got to give me your number.
I'm gonna tell you this.
My number, if you are interested, it's your choice.
Right. No, now the sure sign to know that she's interested.
Did you call?
No. A sure sign if a
Oh, she
woman
gives you
is
a number back.
interested.
Yeah, she give you a
If
number.
she's interested, she's gonna give you her number.
Then I'll call first. And if she do that, I'll call first. If
No,
she
I'm
does that,
saying that's your sure sign that
no,
she's
I
interested.
agree. And if she
If
gives
if
me,
she give you this line, if she give you this line, Rob, I'm telling you, if
good,
she give you this line, she say, "Well, I tell you what, let me get your number."
then I'll call her first.
No. She gonna ask for your number.
Okay,
She
okay,
gonna
okay.
say, "Well, I tell you what, no, I won't give you my number. Can I get your number?"
Oh,
That's
she
a
want my
sure sign,
listen,
Rob.
let the Lord use her. Let the
That's
Lord
a
use her. She
sign.
want my
That's a
number.
sign. That's a
Oh,
sure
okay.
sign.
Oh, you right
Chantel,
about that. You right about that. No, I
am I
agree. I
right?
agree. I agree. Let the Lord use
Yes,
us.
sir.
When sisters tell you that,
Oh yeah.
I'll take your number. I won't give you my number. I'll give you. I'll take your number. That's a sure sign that she going home to pray about that.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
she
And
might
guess
call
what?
you. She
Guess
might
what?
call
She
you, and
might
she might
not.
not.
And,
And
and guess
nine
what?
times out of 10, Rob, she
And,
ain't
and
calling.
guess what? First of all, my percentage is a lot higher than that. And here's the deal: if she don't call me, I'm good. I'm good. I learned the secret that a lot of
I
these
understand.
because I learned the secret that a lot of these guys haven't learned, and that's why I'm never desperate. There's millions of them.
I
So
understand that, Rob, but
I'm good. She don't go. Listen. She can go home and pray to Buddha. She can go home and pray to Allah. She can go home and pray to God. She can go home and pray to anybody she wants. If she don't want to call me, I'm good. I'm like Fantasia. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Go ahead and free yourself. So I ain't got them problems. If you don't want me, you save me a lot of dinners. You save me a lot of movies. You save me a lot of walks in the parks. You save me a lot, so I'm cool. I'm
no,
cool.
You better
but,
preach, Rob.
Rob, but
Better tell it.
be honest. I hear that. I hear what you're saying for you, but there are some brothers that out there that's not like they're not at that point.
And I respect that.
And that's why I'm saying this, just in case there's some brothers watching and
Okay,
listening to
okay.
save them some hurt and some pains.
Right.
Get a
Like
charity
I
brother.
said, Rob, my 25-year-old time, my 25-year-old me,
Mm-hmm.
I would have been out, and I gave her my number and she did not call. I would be hurt.
Well,
I would. But
25, my 25 year old me.
now at 60,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it might be okay.
Well, see, here's the deal. I wasn't
It
shy.
might be now. That wasn't the one.
So I wasn't shy. So, when I was 29, I was doing comedy and all that stuff. I had, numbers to sort from anyway. So if you didn't call me, you probably was doing me a favor. But now, as 59, I don't even listen. I hardly ever even give out my number. I hardly ever approach a woman. I hardly do any of that stuff anymore because now I'm being saved, and in 3 weeks and in 2 weeks, I'll be 59. And now being saved and all that other stuff, man, I let the Lord do it. Whatever way He lead me, I follow. So we talking about, I'm with you.
Yeah, I saw something. I saw something in the research, and it gave some like questions like how to maneuver into, and one of the questions were to they y'all it kind of it's like I think these were clear people questions. It said, tell me how an ideal day off would look for you. And then it says, tell me about the very best day of your life. These are questions. Now, y'all write these down. Now, there might be some good questions to follow, to have with
I'll
your
be
thing.
honest with you. That's
What?
an underrated, very good question, though.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Because I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why that's a good question. Because what you do at work is not who you are. What you do at work is what you have to do to get paid.
Mm-hmm.
But what you do on your day off says a lot about who you really are. So that's actually a really good question.
Because some people bring their work home.
Yes.
Some people
you want to know that. And you want to know that.
Yeah.
You want to know that.
So Shan. So if I ask you a question like this, Chantel, what are the three things you would most like to be sure to be you? Wait a minute. What are the three things you? Okay. Okay. What are the most three? What are the three things you would like to do to be? Should you should do would like to do before you die? What are the three? What are three things you would like to do before you die?
Three things I would like to do before I die.
That's a question that if you were dating, that guy asked you that question.
Mm-hmm. That's a good question. I've never really given thought to it, but that definitely would be a good question to ask. I would have to ponder on that.
Mm.
Right. And see, I said that because those are the first three questions that they give. Guess what the fourth
Mm-hmm.
question is?
What?
The fourth question. Now you done did all. You done got. I want to know the ideal day you're off and the very best day of your life and what are the three things you like to do before you die? And then now it moves into, hey, by the way, Rob, tell me about how you came to know the Lord.
Wow. So,
Mm.
You see how they maneuver?
listen, shout
That,
out to the
that's why
listeners.
I asked. That's
Shout
why
out
I
to
asked.
the listeners because they on point. That's
Yeah,
a very,
yeah,
very good question.
yeah.
But
That,
I
but
would say
but it was showing how to kind
wow,
of how to start your conversation out like an
And
icebreaker
maneuver through.
that's
and
a
Mm-hmm.
maneuver
this is
to
my question, man.
to talking about your Christian life.
That is a good. I'm gonna tell because I already know, and y'all gonna laugh at me if I tell y'all this, but I already know why I came to Christ. First of all, when I was younger, I was raised in a Pentecostal church like you, Jeff. I was raised in a Pentecostal church, and peer pressure, high school and peer pressure had me to backslide. You know, women, high school, and peer pressure, just keeping it abundantly real. Now, what I didn't realize was my dad was a dog, his dad was a dog, his dad was a dog. So that was like a generational curse in my life. And I picked up that trait. And
Oh
and
wow.
and I don't really want to get I don't really want to get into this, but you know what? I believe in being honest. At one point I was married and engaged at the same time.
Have mercy. Come
Oh
on
yeah.
now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I mean for like years.
Free
And
yourself, sir.
yeah, and I had two. You ain't lived till you pay the rent and the mortgage and the two rents, two mortgage, two electric, two gas, two phone, two cables. You ain't lived, and two sets of kids. You ain't lived till you did that. And I remember one day my son told me, he said, "Dad, man, you're a great dad, and this and that, this and that, this and that." He said, "But I gotta tell you something. He's 13 years old. I'll never forget this." He said, "You do realize that if you die right now, you are going to hell."
Wow.
And when he told me that,
Wow.
that was the beginning of a very, very bad soul searching type thing. And I never forget, I finally gave my life. I said, that's it. And I gave my life to Christ. And when I got on the altar, I never forget this. I mean, I'm snot down. I mean, I had enough. I had enough. And you know what? God showed me something I never want to see again. He showed me every girl I was playing. And he didn't just show me their faces, he showed me their pain.
Right. Wow.
And it was the most
Wow.
horrific thing I've
Wow.
ever seen in my life. And to this day, I have a gift. He's
Wow.
gifted me with something. If you talk to me about what's wrong, I can feel and see your pain to the point where I will literally get to the point where I would have to back off because I'm getting ready to cry because I can feel your pain. I've been to hospitals and I've prayed for people and they got healed. God is working with me in a crazy way. I'm telling you now, and I'm being straight transparent with you guys. And I had to go back. He said, "Now go back and tell every woman that you played about it." I was telling women like, "You," I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Wow.
It was
Wow.
crazy. And you know
So
what? I'm gonna tell you something. He not only turned that thing around. The people that I did that to are probably the closest people to me in my life right now. And
so that goes that I don't so question 5 is you. Question 5 is you. It says, what are your life what area of your life have you seen God working to change you?
you know what it is?
That's I mean,
Man, you got me, man.
he was changing you. Yeah, but
I
I'm saying what you
I
just
immediately,
said,
yeah,
what you just said, how you said you started out being
yep,
that person, and
yep,
then your son spoke to you, and you had to
yep.
change. So now those that was
immediately
the
went on
area.
I immediately went on like a 9, 10, 11 year celibacy straight where I tortured myself so bad, and I had lived with the fiance for like 9 years, like through celibacy, not period, 9 years or so. And you talking about a guy was a K10, not a K9, a K10, and I went 9 straight years Listen. I was cheating so bad. I had a family on the side when I went to sleep. Like in my
Oh,
dreams, I had another family.
you know
Oh
what?
yeah. But God, listen. It was
Thank
bad.
you, Lord.
It was bad. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Now, I don't really have sex at all. Anyway, because one thing he delivered me from that addiction. But I tell you one thing right now. Now I appreciate women so much now. I have such a respect for women. That's why when I'm on this line, I tell you the direct truth. I tell you how I feel because I never, ever, ever want anyone to have a bad day again because of Rob. I never, ever want to hurt another woman in my life. So I'm a gentleman. I don't ask to kiss first. You'd have to ask me to kiss. I'm telling you, I don't do none of that stuff. You know, I was a Def Jam comedian and I have been delivered from profanity for over 17 years. If people haven't heard me say one word of profanity for like 17 years. So when God changed me, he changed me, and I have nothing but the utmost respect for women, and I don't ever want to change that. So he really changed me.
Yeah. So that I mean, but these are questions that I researched and found, and I'm like, whoa, okay, this is because check it out now. It started out asking about your day off, the best day of your life, 3 things that you do before you die, and then boom, right into tell me about how you came to know the Lord. And then watch this. Then it said, what area of your life you've seen God working to change your life. And watch this out. Watch this. And then from there, watch the flow. From there, it asks, question 6 is asked, tell me about your parents' relation. Tell me about your parent relationship.
That's all me, man. Listen.
You see what I'm saying? Now, so that's why when I saw this, I'm like, wow, where was this format?
When I
back
you was 25, right?
You realize it.
But Jeff, check this out. Check this out. You saying back to your parents' life?
Yeah, it takes you all the way. It brings you now back to it. It asks about tell me about your parents' relationship.
One girl I was real cool with, and I was dealing with, and she took me home one day, right? And I met her mother. She went on to tell her mother, see my business card and said, oh, that's Rob Miner. She said, yeah, that's my friend. It's Rob Miner. She says, no, that's Rob Miner. She goes, yeah, that's my friend. I keep telling you about Rob Miner. Come to find out, her mother looked at the card and go, wait a minute, it's in color. I look like my dad, but my dad has been dead since 74 on Christmas Day. Come to find out, this woman, I went to this girl house. This woman went on to tell me that she went on to tell me that she used to have an affair with my dad. She says, when my mom used to go to church conventions, she says she used to sleep with my mom and dad. So get this. Yeah. Then she goes on to tell me that I remember now, that's the little girl my dad used to take me over to their house to play with all the time because that was his best friend. Then rumor came by that my dad got shot in the head because he was messing with his best friend's wife and he wouldn't stop sleeping with her. They got into a fight. My dad beat him up and he shot my dad in the head and killed her. So get this. I'm thinking, I'm dealing with the girl that dad killed my dad. So I told her, I said, whatever you do, do not tell you ask your dad, do he ever know a guy named Rob Miner? She goes right to her dad, her dad goes, Dad, do you know another guy named Rob Miner? He said, yeah, he was my best friend until he wouldn't stop sleeping with your mother. So here now, I'm sleeping with a girl.
You in the mix up, bro. You in the mix.
The book's coming out. The book's coming out.
You in the mix.
I'm sleeping with the girl who dad killed my dad. Yeah. Then her mother tells us we might be brothers and sisters. So I'm telling you, I had enough. Right. I had enough.
Have mercy, Lord.
Yeah. Hey, listen. So now this question, I'm gonna ask Shan. This question right here, Shan. Yes. Because I believe this is a question that a woman should ask. This should be a woman's question to the guy. How is your relationship with your parents right now? I think a woman should ask that guy that. I think that's a question that a sister. Is that a question that a sister should? That's your question to ask a brother, right? Or
yes, I agree.
Is that both sides?
It could be
No, that's
both
a good
sides, but
question for him.
I think it's a question for a woman to ask a man. To
And
get
why?
some insight, like as far as what is his relationship with his mother, because as they say, your mother, when the guy and the mother, like that's the first relationship that he experiences with a woman. So you want to see how he engages with her, how he treats her, because that's going to give you some insight as far as to how he's going to treat you. And also with the father, just to see what kind of guidance did he have, and how did he, his upbringing basically. So I think that's a
Yeah,
very, very important question to get some insight as to who they are based
yeah.
on who they were raised by.
Yeah, yeah. Now, sis, I agree. My sister, Natasha Jackson. Yeah, I believe both should act, but I think that's really because I believe that's a view. If you want to know about a man, you need to know how he treat his mama.
Mhm.
Um,
That's true.
yeah, if he don't have a good relationship with his mother, I feel that's something. That's something. Now we
Red
we got
flag.
to go, y'all. We got to go. I think you need to know how he is with his parents to give him insight. Yeah, I agree with you, Melissa. Now we got to go because the other crew they waiting for me. Now we're gonna close on this one.
Mhm.
We gonna close on this
Mhm.
one. Uh,
Uh-oh.
now this is on both. This is another one, Natasha, that both should can answer this question, ask this question. And because it is so important to me, this question is so important in getting to know somebody and get the once you get involved. Tell me about your three closest friends. If someone
Mhm.
asks you, um, uh, Chantel, if he asks you, say, "Hey, could you tell me something about your three closest friends?" Um,
They're great mothers. They're very ambitious, very honest. They're very loving, very caring, and very hardworking women.
mm, Rob, she just bust this out on you. By the way, Rob,
Yes, you did.
can you tell me about your three closest friends? You have three friends, your closest friends. What are they like?
Believe, believe it or not, probably the three closest people to me is the wife and the fiance, because God turned that around so much that we're like
Wow.
great, 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 great friends.
Yeah.
And my ex-wife called me a couple years ago crying because she was so overwhelmed about what how God changed my life around. Those stupid people are probably, and I make sure they don't go for nothing. Like if because God said, look, even though you got rid of the commitment, far as the death do you part, until she gets married again, if she's ever short, you're going to have to make up that gap. So I respect that. I respect that. So
Yeah.
and the other one, because we've been great friends some of it for years. If she need me, I'll be there for her. And the other person is a guy, a buddy of mine, and he's like the only guy friend that I really like hang out with, and that's only when I go to Philadelphia. So he lose by default. He won the best friend by default. That's it. He ain't even really a good friend. He won best friend by default, and that's just it. That's just how
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. Because that's important when you're talking about getting involved with someone. They need to know who you're connected to and the
Yes.
type of
Yeah.
character that they are and whatnot. Hey, listen, there's plenty more. We got a whole list. Trust me. It's some more that I want to throw at her.
Oh, I'm sorry. My ex,
Okay.
my ex
Yeah.
from
That's
here.
one of them.
Yes,
Okay.
that'll be the third one. Great, 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 great person. Great,
Yeah.
great, great. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
y'all, I gotta go because the other crew gonna be mad with me. Hey, y'all, thank you for joining us on the night for your feedback. Those that have been that in the comment section, I appreciate it. Chantel, you said one of your friends say, "Don't forget to throw in the
20
years."
plus years, 20 plus years and counting of
She's
friendship.
straight to you.
That's
She's
right.
straight to you.
20
She said,
plus
"Oh,
years of what?
no." One of her friends was saying, "Don't forget to throw in the years too." So she
Yeah,
was talking about
we've been
20,
best
20
friends
plus
for
years
20
them
plus
being
years
best
Okay,
friends.
okay.
and
Shout out.
counting.
Yeah.
Shout
Yeah.
out. Shout out.
Hey,
Shout out.
listen. This has been the South Florida Live podcast, y'all. I thank you. I thank you for those that join us on this
Great show,
evening.
Jeff.
I thank you, my crew, man.
Thank
My crew.
you.
Listen,
Great
they make
show,
this
Jeff.
thing
Great show.
happen, y'all. They make this thing happen. That's what I got for my crew right there. They make this thing happen. So, hey, y'all, if you've been blessed by it, if you've been uplifted by it, you have some questions answered. Hey, listen, I appreciate you guys coming on. I appreciate you. If you want to support this podcast, you can. Cash App, we got $ Power of Glory 777. Cash App's Power of Glory 777. Zelle Jeffrey Brown, JFFERY Brown 2094 at gmail.com. If you want to support this podcast, thank you so much for those that have been viewing. Don't forget, I'm coming back, y'all, in a few seconds. So I don't know if y'all want to hang out with me. Let's talk about the things that matter. I know it's 8:00. Y'all got your little movie shows to watch or whatever, but I really wish y'all would hang out with me just for a little bit, because I got some stuff to talk about on that too. Hey, don't forget now, on Thursday we got talking finance with Lisa. Next week, y'all, you don't want to miss next week. It's going to be powerful. Everybody that's viewing, we are talking domestic violence on next week. The three Tuesdays of this month, the 3 last Tuesdays of this month, the 15th, the 22nd, and the 29th. It's going to be impactful. It's going to be powerful. You don't want to miss that. Okay, join me on that. And until next week on the singles edition, y'all, we got more. Y'all trust me. Don't come back, y'all. That's come back. You hear? All right. Y'all, thank you for joining. Appreciate y'all. I love y'all too. You know that, right?
God bless you. Yes, we love you too, Elder.
All right, later. Hey, listen, you've been locked into the South Florida Live Podcast. I'm your host, Jeff Brown, and that's what I always say. Hey, y'all, I'll pray for you. You pray for me. Y'all keep praying for me. I'm serious. I need y'all prayers. Pray for me, and let's watch God change things. God bless you.
Email your idea for show topics to the South Florida Live Show at gmail.com. Thank you for tuning in to South Florida Live with your host, Jeffrey Brown.